Blogtalk Radio.
It's time, that word, it's time, yeah. It's time, that word, it's time, that word, it's time. Lord, as my Bible open, my mind focus, it's time to get in this word, it's time to get in this word, it's time to get in this word, my Bible open, my mind focus, it's time to get in this word, it's time to get in this word, it's time to get in this word, my Bible open, my mind focus, it's time to get in this word, it's time to get in this word, it's time to get in this word, my Bible open, my mind focus, it's time to get in this word, it's time to get in this word, it's time to get in this word, my mind focus, my Bible open, 7th day is no time for joking, get it straight and go meditate, you reprobate, them in your mind broken, listen up, it's a good look, wipe the dust off the good book, the only book, not just any book, open it up and take a good look, every time I read I can't find religion, and the rapture man they forgot to mention, I still can't find no Joseph Smith, no Rastafari and no Christian, only laws and judgments, Israel and the covenants, in Psalms chapter 83, and they still holding grudges, it's time to get in this word, I'ma tell you chapter and verse, when you get a chance to read the Maccabees, 1st, 2nd, 4th, and the 3rd, pick up your Bible up off the dresser on the Sabbath day, you can't do your pleasure, Nehemiah threatened to lay hands on, at the Father Sabbath in the time of Ezra, it's time to get in this word, put down the drink and the earth, we on one accord, thus says the Lord, plus Babylon's gonna burn, I said it's time to get in this word, stop worrying about what you heard, the Most High say you should study thyself rightly, divide truth in the word, my Bible open, my mind focus, it's time to get in this word, it's time to get in this word, it's time to get in this word, my Bible open, my mind focus, it's time to get in this word, it's time to get in this word, it's time to get in this word, my Bible open, my mind focus, it's time to get in this word, it's time to get in this word, it's time to get in this word, my Bible open, my mind focus, it's time to get in this word, it's time to get in this word, it's time to get in this word.
And shalom, everybody. Welcome to another episode of What Scripture Is That by the Gathering of Christ Church here on blogtalkradio.com. We are coming to you live on this Thursday, April the 18th, 2013. The time is now 4:05 Central Standard Time. To speak with the host, ask questions, or simply make a comment, the guest call-in number is 646-200-4309. That's 646-200-4309. And press the number 1. Hosting the show tonight will be Brother Zerai, along with myself, Brother Rai. Let's see if we can bring in Brother Zerai. Brother Zerai, you there? Let's see here.
Hey, Shalom, Mark. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh. Yeah, I hear you, brother. How you doing?
Man, I'm pretty good, man. What's going on? How about you?
Oh, man, I'm good, man. Just having the same old issues with with my computer, with Skype and whatnot. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Other than that, doing all right, brother. So, how's your week been?
Week's been pretty good, man. You know, it's a lot going on. So I guess it's a lot we need to talk about. You know, a lot of things that need to be said. So I'm definitely looking forward to the show tonight.
It's a lot of news, man. So people might want to take notes tonight, and or you know, I'm pretty sure most people are aware of some of the bigger things we're going to go into. But definitely a lot of news, man. So I've been myself, man. I've been kind of tired this week, man. I've been getting my buff on. You know what I'm saying? Real tough, bro. Not getting a lot of sleep. You know what I'm saying? Been in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Doing my push-ups. You know, got me a little makeshift curl ball with some water bottles I made. So you know, just been trying to get trying to get in shape, man. Trying to be wilderness prepared on all fronts. You know?
Yeah. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. We definitely getting to that time. So you know, hey, we gotta we need to try to make sure we good on all fronts, you know, health-wise, what we put in our body, and just exercise, endurance, all of that. You know, it's all going to count. But, you know, again, you know, none of that matters if you ain't spiritually right. So.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's what we're here for.
All right. So I ask you one thing, too, also, just to kind of be on point, because like I said, you know, I'm having an issue with my computer, so if something happens to where, you know, it freezes up a lot since they updated Skype, and so if that's the case, you may have to take over the studio board, and you know, we got to play a song, or you know, we got to bring somebody in. So just be on point with that. But besides that, let's go into these to what we got tonight. So tonight, of course, you know, we do have a great show in store for you guys tonight. We will be joined by Brother and Elder Ramar, the host of tomorrow night's show, Friday Night Sabbath, coming out of Babylon, along with Brother Gaja, the host of last night's show, GOCC Search Engine International. All right. Also, we may have Brother and Elder Kayal. He may be able to join us tonight. And finally, Brother and Elder Gabar Yasharallah out of New York is going to try to come in as well to be a part of the round table discussion. Tonight's round table discussion is titled Keeping It Real or Keeping It Rude. All right, well, we're going to actually talk about political correctness in the body of Christ. So I'm very interested in the feedback about that. And if time permits, we might go into gossip. You know, what is gossip according to Scriptures, and, you know, how to deal with it, how to identify it, and actually who's a part of it. You know, I think a lot of people may be surprised to find out that they may be actually dealing with gossip and don't know it or hadn't realized. So we want to look at that. During this segment, we look forward to the audience input, so feel free to call in and share your thoughts on this particular issue. Once again, 646-200-4309. Call in, press number 1, and let us know what you think or what you feel about the particular topic that we'll be discussing tonight. So, but before we get into that, we have the True Jew News coming up, so please stay tuned as we go into some announcements. And we would like to remind everyone that the Gathering of Christ Church is on Blog Talk Radio 5 nights a week now. Tomorrow night we have Friday Night Sabbath coming out of Babylon, hosted by Brother and Elder Ramar and Yawanathan, where they're using the Bible, identify Babylon written of in Revelations, go through end-time prophecies and the second coming of the Messiah. Saturday nights we have Chilling with Israel, hosted by Brother Godson, where it's basically a format where we just listen to music and have casual conversation. You know, this is time for those of us that are in the body and that are dealing with this understanding and on this walk. You know, we have an outlet for us to just come together, relax, listen to some music, talk about whatever, and just have a good time. So definitely check it out every Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. Friday Night Sabbath, that also airs at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sunday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 9 p.m. Central and 7 p.m. Pacific. We have The Hebrew Is Life, hosted by Brother Deacon Xavier. All right, so that show is really picking up. So definitely check it out for those who may be newer to the truth, or those who may have a lot of questions about, well, since I understand that who I am according to the Bible now, how do I operate based on that? He deals with a lot of those issues, so please check that show out every Sunday. Wednesday evenings from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, or Eastern Standard Time, I'm sorry. We have the GOCC Search Engine International, revealing the truth by exposing lies, hosted by Brother God and Elder Ricardshard, identifying the man of sin and exposing the snares of this world, which the wicked work against, through which the work against the righteous. So once again, that's every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, so if you guys didn't catch the show last night, it was a real good show, very informative, so please go back and check it out. And this leads us back to What Scripture Is That? With myself and Brother Zerai, when we go into current events, Bible studies, controversial topics, all right, every Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central, and 2 p.m. Pacific. So, also, I would like to remind everyone about the Hebrew and Bible Academy. The elders of the Gathering of Christ Church would like to invite you to enroll in the upcoming enhanced version of the Hebrew and Bible Academy. The Academy is a 3-month Bible course, history and Hebrew language course. It includes 12 full weekly lessons and reviews every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time via Ustream. These enhanced classes have been customized to ensure you get the most out of each lesson, which includes PDF booklets, precept breakdowns, new handouts for ministry, and downloadable videos of each lesson. The elders are very excited about the enhancements offered in the upcoming academy. They have set aside valuable time to personally teach in this classroom setting. If you would like to reserve your seat, please email us at gatheringas1@aol.com. That's gatheringas1@aol.com. We look forward to seeing you in the enhanced version of the academy. All right. So, Brother Zariah, you want to tell those how to get in contact with us?
Yes, for those who may or may not know, pretty much every Saturday around about 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the elders live on Ustream. All right, Ustream is it's basically, for those who are not familiar with it, a website where you can stream live video over the internet. And the link for that is as follows: ustream.tv/channel/the GOC-church. Again, that is the letter U and the word stream.tv/channel/the GOC-church. All right. Now, we also have several YouTube channels as well, with the main one being Gathering 144. All right. Again, that is Gathering 144 on YouTube, and it's pretty much a channel where you can check out any kind of past lessons you might have missed. You also have uploaded on the previous episodes from Blogtalk Radio as well. If you want to stay tuned in to what different elders and brothers and sisters throughout the church are looking at and paying attention to as far as videos on YouTube and the internet, then you can always check out the favorites on that channel and stay linked in. Also, all of the YouTube channels are linked in together. So if you link in with one, you can pretty much link in with them all, whether it's GOCC Texas, GOC Memphis, the GOC Atlanta, GOC New York, and for all the respective regions. Now, always feel free to contact the Gathering of Christ Church by email, again, at gatheringas1@aol.com. Again, that is gatheringas1@aol.com. You also can call 1-888-334-3330 and be sure to leave a detailed message, all right? Now, also, if you so happen to be in the Texas area or any nearby states, you can also email us at gocctexas@ymail.com. Again, that is gocctexas@ymail.com. And you can also call 972-793-7068 and be sure to leave a message. Now, for any kind of questions, comments, or concerns dealing with this show here in particular, what scripture is that? We have an email as well, all right? And that email address is whatscriptureisthat@123mail.org. Again, that is whatscriptureisthat at the numbers 1, 2, and 3 and the word mail.org, all right? And this is the general contact information for the church. So feel free to link in with us and contact us at any time through any of these avenues, all right? So real quick, before we go into the True Jew News in the next segment, we're going to go into the reading of the law with the 10 Commandments and play a quick song or two, and then we'll be right back, all right?
Exodus chapter 20, verse 1. And the Most High spake all these words, saying, I am the Most High your power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven images, or any likeness of anything that is in the heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, the Most High, thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generations of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto the thousands of them that love me, and keep my commandments. Thou shalt not take the name of the Most High in vain, for the Most High will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Most High thy power. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Most High made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Most High blessed the Sabbath day, and hallowed it. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land, which the Most High thy power giveth thee. Thou shalt not murder, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. And all the people saw the thunderings and the lightnings and the noise of the trumpet and the mountain smoking. And when the people saw it, they removed and stood afar. And they said unto Moses, Speak thou with us, and we will hear. And let not Ahiah speak with us, lest we die. And Moses said unto the people, Fear not, for Ahiah is come to prove you, and that his fear may be before your faces, that ye sin not. And the people stood afar off, and Moses drew near unto the thick darkness where the Most High was. And the Most High said unto Moses, Thus thou shalt say unto the children of Israel, Ye have seen that I have talked with you from heaven. Ye shall not make me gods of silver, neither shall ye make unto you gods of gold. An altar of earth thou shalt make unto me, and shalt sacrifice thereon thy burnt offerings, and thy peace offerings, thy sheep, and thine oxen. In all places where I record my name I will come unto thee, and I will bless thee. And if thou wilt make me an altar of stone, thou shalt not build of it of hewn stone. For if thou lift up thy tool upon it, thou hast polluted it. Neither shalt thou go up by steps unto mine altar, that thy nakedness be not discovered.
Shalom, everybody, and we're back. So let me bring in Brother Elder Zariah. Brother Zariah, you there? Brother Zariah, are you there? Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Hello?
Okay, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. My fault on that one.
Okay, no problem. Let me ask you right quick, before you go into the news, what did you think about my choice of songs?
I think it's very relevant. And it's definitely some people should keep in mind. You know, I ain't got no problem with it. I mean, I like Al Green. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Memphis, so I could dig it all day long.
I don't know if they're from Memphis, I do with Al Green, but you know.
Al Green from Memphis. What are you saying? Come on.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't know that. Don't tell nobody I said that.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, I think they heard you, but okay, I won't.
Look, man, let's just keep it between us. All right, so, all right, man, so that's what's up. So, like I said, it's a lot of things that's taking place here. That's it, man. There's a lot of things that's taking place here in the recent weeks. So it's a lot of things. It's some things that was brought to my attention the other day that's going on with these schools that I want to talk about. And hopefully, if anybody that's listening has any understanding or any knowledge about this, please feel free to call in and share with us when I go into this information about what's going on in these schools with the young girls. So anyway, brother, please enlighten us.
All right, well, yeah, as always, feel free to chime in at any time on any part of this, and as far as the audience goes, that goes for you too. If you have anything extra that you can add to this, we're welcoming any and all things right now. So, as I'm sure many people know, there was two big explosions mainly. One in Boston, I want to say, was Monday, and then another one just yesterday or last night in Texas. And these are like the two main headlines what's going on right now. So we're going to discuss these two a little bit and kind of just what they mean amongst other things that's going on. But right now, with the blast that went down in Texas, in a small town of West Texas, basically it was, I guess, a fertilizer plant that blew up. And they say, man, that this explosion was so powerful that it was felt for like 25 miles away, and that it even registered a 2.1 on the Richter scale, and not only did this one fertilizer plant blow up, but it also leveled homes and businesses, in a variety of different directions. You're looking at maybe anywhere from like, I think, 11 to 15 different buildings, all been leveled to the ground. Right now they're looking at they're saying 15 people who are feared dead, but they expect that number to rise, and there's over 160 people who've been injured. And so they really haven't given too much information as far as, how this thing taking place. They're saying they're still trying to discover, whether it just happened on its own, I guess some kind of fire within, or it was actually criminal in intent. They haven't really given any details as to that. And I guess it's hard to speculate one way or another, but we're looking at everything that's going on. I wouldn't be surprised if this does turn out to, isn't painted out to be also some type of criminal intent, or indeed a terrorist attack, which is what they would call it. So that's basically the information with that right now. I know there's supposed to be a high level of a chemical in the air in that area called some form of ammonia that is very flammable and hazardous when mixed with flames. And so they've evacuated a lot of the people in the town. They've even brought in hazmat teams from different and surrounding cities, So I know they're supposed to be doing an update news conference as far as what's going on there soon, But getting to what happened in Boston, and right now this is just looking like a classic false flag attack, a false flag event, if you will. This thing just, I remember for one talking with you, Rai, when it initially happened, and just looking at it and how there was only, I think, 3 people killed so far, and there's a lot of people who's been injured, but normally when something blows up, and somebody's really trying to do some damage, it's going to be more than 3 people, and even out of those who were injured, it's been a lot of speculation going on, as far as kind of similar to the same thing with Sandy Hook, where some of these people who were injured, I know one of the guys in a wheelchair, it's been suggested that he was actually a Army vet who was an amputee who already had both of his legs removed, Now, I guess it's a matter of personal choice when you look at the photos and whether or not that actually looks like the same person to you or not. Me personally, I haven't really decided. But the ins and outs of the role playing that went on with this whole scenario can be debated all day long. From a lot of the people who were there who said that initially they had bomb sniffing dogs and a lot of SWAT and people all around in the beginning. And they was actually saying that this thing was a drill and telling people not to worry before the bombs actually even went off. There's photos of actually when the thing happened where it was a man up on the roof, and then here's the other thing, another thing that a lot of people kept saying was that the initial response of this event and how it was so good, how so many people jumped immediately into action and they was able to do this and that, and that's why so many people's lives were able to be saved. But if you look at all these photos, you have so many people in these wheelchairs being wheeled out and things like that, and it's like, where did you get the wheelchairs from? You know, how did you already just so happen to have all these wheelchairs on deck, you know, and from just the way the blood looked and things like that. Normally, when people are hurt like that, you know, they're going to be carrying them out on stretchers and everything they can, but it just seems like everything was already ready and laid out. You know, there's even a video with certain video glitches that was supposed to be from a live news broadcast when this whole thing went down. So, I mean, it's a lot of holes going in and out of this whole scenario, you know, and there was actually some photos released, I want to say yesterday, of these guys who I guess they said that the police or the officials were looking at initially as to who the suspects were, because that's really me knowing what I know, you know, especially when it comes to the truth, you know, that's what we're looking at. Who's going to be to blame and what's going to really be the end game. You know, now the guys on these photos, they look of Middle Eastern descent and maybe even European or Caucasian descent, you know, in some of these photos. And they actually had on different hats and gear that resemble and look like the standard issue gear for like one of these mercenary companies, you know, one in particular, Blackwater. So these guys look like they're like soldiers all day long, you know, and they have the big black packs and things like that, you know. But again, the FBI have released a statement saying that these pictures circulating these guys are no longer of high interest, and basically telling people to ignore these photos, that you're going to hinder the investigation by, I guess, basically paying attention to these, you know. And again, if these were the actual perpetrators, I can understand why they wouldn't want you to focus your attention on them, you know. But I guess getting to the whole end game of it, you know, everything they do, especially with a false flag event, you know, is to achieve a purpose, you know. And the equation that I like to use that they've used time and time again, you know, even going back to the ancient Roman Empire, is problem, reaction, solution. You know, problem, reaction, solution. Whereas here it is, they do something, they cause an event, all right, and this event designates a problem, and the public reacts to this problem, and then after the reaction, here it is, they come in and they provide the solution, where the solution is what they wanted to bring all along. If you want to bring gun control within the country and disarm the public, then you will go and shoot up a bunch of innocent kids, or if that did play out the way it did, I don't know, but you will shoot up a school, bunch of innocent kids, a bunch of random shootings, you know, have the public in an outcry and crying out about this problem with guns and things, and then you will bring in the solution of gun control. That's what you wanted to do all along. So let's say, take for instance, if you want to put the military in the street, you know, and you want to bring a heavier police state presence in or and around the country, you know, then you could start blowing up things in different regions around the country, you know, and let the public cry out for security and safety and things like that. And I personally believe that that is the direction that this is going, you know, not just from seeing this thing and how they've done it in past in history, but even looking at a lot of the media broadcasts that is being aired and that's taking place right now in the aftermath. Here it is. I got an article here on Yahoo News, and it says, contemplating chaos in a nation of soft targets. All right, and it started off talking about the Colorado shooting, you know, and how it affected the people in that area, you know, and then it brought up this Boston bombing and things like that. And they're basically saying how people in the United States are living in fear because they don't know what's going to happen next, and they don't feel safe going out anymore. You know, a quick passage, it says, the United States proclaims itself the world's foremost economic and military superpower, the mightiest nation on earth, land of opportunity for those who want to work hard and prosper. But as Monday's bombings at the Boston Marathon illustrate, the reality is that from sea to shining sea, this is a nation of soft targets, full of opportunities for those who want to do it harm. So this is the type of propaganda and rhetoric, if you will, that's being pushed now by your media in response to these events. So when you push these type of things, it's only natural to recognize where the next step is going. You know, saying that, yeah, we're a nation full of soft targets, you know, and the people are basically vulnerable, you know, and looking to kind of coach the public into the direction that they want them to go in. This is also from Yahoo News. It says, Americans fear random violence more than foreign terrorism. And this was a poll that they've recently taken, you know, and it's saying that based on the things that have been happening, you know, Americans in general fear more of a domestic attack, you know, than they do any kind of foreign terrorism right now, you know. And that's also the other thing that kind of shows you where this is going. They haven't really said who's to blame with this whole thing yet, you know, but I have a feeling that they're going to aim this more at being a domestic type of thing, you know, someone who is anti-government but is yet from the United States themselves, you know, because, again, we know that is the direction that they're going to have to go in if they really want to target God's people who's currently there. You know, when they begin to point the finger at Israel, you know, and I mean the children of Israel by that, you know, they're going to have to go with this whole domestic terrorism thing. And that seems to be the direction that it's definitely headed in, you know. And so what can we expect, you know, and what should we look out for as a result of these type of events, you know? And looking at it, you know, I think overall, man, I got an article here, and this was back in January, you know, where this guy, I read it, but I you know, you read a lot of stuff, but I kind of take everything with a grain of salt. You know, everything I read, I don't necessarily report, you know, but I read this back in January, and it was a guy who claimed to have a source inside the Department of Homeland Security, you know, and this guy was saying, you know, basically, hey, you know, look out around the springtime because there's going to be an event in the spring. He doesn't really know what this event was going to be, but there was going to be an event in the springtime, and based on that event, you know, the government was going to start bringing in different new regulations and changes and to bring an increased level of a police state. You know, you're looking at the role of the TSA, you know, being elevated or upgraded, expanded beyond what you're used to seeing just at your airports. Because you got to remember, with September 11, the whole 9/11 and the World Trade Center thing, you know, after that happened, that is what actually spun the creation of the TSA, you know, and actually had them in place at your airports, you know. So when you have another event of terrorism, and thinking about it, we haven't really had another major event of terrorism really in the United States since then. You've had all these so-called attempts, but the FBI has always been able to prevent them, you know. And if you look at those who they said have trying to been attacked the United States recently, they've been getting darker and darker. You know, that is definitely a pattern that we're starting to see. So anyway, this guy from this source or whatever, he says, man, you can definitely look to see, you know, more security and increased presence of not only police but TSA and maybe even military in certain areas, you know, for just not just for trying to travel, but even going to certain major events in certain places where there's going to be a lot of people at. You can expect a new soft form of martial law. That's what's coming down the line. You know, this is what this is organized to do. You know, I know for a fact right now in Austin, Texas, that they're requiring people to purchase a grocery badge just to go to the grocery store. I heard this from somebody just today before we came on the show, you know, In certain stores, I want to say it's either H-E-B or maybe even Walmart. But right now in Austin, Texas, go to certain grocery stores, you have to purchase a grocery ID badge just to go to the store. So in other words, they're checking people's identity, going into certain places. Things like this, you can expect an upgrade of this type of behavior from your government and law enforcement. I also talked with somebody else today, and they told me how they've seen this new tank vehicle that the police department has. And it's the same type of vehicles that we've been talking about in recent months, that the Department of Homeland Security has not only been purchasing for themselves, but for local law enforcement in certain areas as well. These vehicles look like armored tanks, but now they're used by the local police departments. This is what's going on. This is an increased level of police state in the preparation for martial law. If you look at what happened, even going back to the Boston thing, initially, right after it happened, I have an article here. It says cell phone service has been suspended in Boston. It says following the explosions at the Boston Marathon, all cell phone service has been suspended in the Boston area to prevent the remote detonation of any possible remaining explosives. All right? So here it is. I remember seeing on the news, not even like 2 hours after it happened, and they were saying that this was detonated by a cell phone or remote device. How do you know that quickly? How do you know that soon after something has happened that that's what caused it and that's how it took place? But again, whether or not that was done or not, and used as a trigger, you can expect this type of event. Well, you can expect this type of thing when certain events take place. Here it is. This wasn't even a natural disaster, and they cut the cell phones altogether anyway. So when certain things happen, you may not even be able to use your cell phone, in order to communicate. This is the type of important information that we should be aware of, because when that time comes, you want to be as prepared as you can be. And from looking at how things is gearing up, that time is definitely coming, in more ways than one. Even when it comes to especially brothers and sisters who are trying to travel, it's about to get a lot harder. I got an article here. It says the end of cheap airfare. It says the U.S. Airways / American merger will mean fewer flights, higher prices, and worse service. All right? And so what's going on here is basically U.S. Airways and American Airlines are merging together as one. All right? And it's because of this merger that's going on that the other airlines are feeling basically the heat, because of it. And their prices are going to go up to try to keep up with the competition that is now being brought by U.S. Airways and the American merger, And this is what they're saying. They're saying you can expect anywhere from a possible, about 40 to 50% increase in certain airline fares. That is a whole lot more money. 40 to 50% increase. And so initially you should understand that this is how they're going to restrict your travel, in the beginning, before they tell you, no, you can't travel because you don't have authorization or you don't have clearance. You're not going to be able to travel because you're not going to be able to afford to. Here it is, airline prices are going up just because of this merger. But what happens if there's an oil embargo? What happens if Iran cuts off the Strait of Hormuz, through which 40% of the world's oil travels on an everyday basis? What happens then? I'll tell you what happens. There won't be no planes flying. You won't be able to get out by plane. Shoot, there might not even be 18-wheelers bringing food into your grocery stores anymore because oil is going to go through the roof. And you understand when oil goes up, everything goes up. That is the control for the economic systems of the world. They're based on oil. And the elite know this. So if they take out the oil, then they know that just puts you in a further bind. That puts a further strain on the people. you know, and this is what these events are designed to do. Whether it's a false flag event, whether it's the economy steady falling, the dollar getting worse, you know, whether it's these natural disasters or heart-generated earthquakes, all of these events are designed in order to put pressure on you. It says pressure bust pipes. So while you're going through all of these things, which is a part, again, of Jacob's trouble, while you're going through these things, you're going to beg for the government to come in and rescue you. You're going to beg for the government to come in and bring the military to reestablish order, because they're going to let the chaos run wild and rampant till the people can't take it no more. And then when they come in, again, problem, reaction, solution. The solution will be none other than the mark of the beast. That's what's coming. They're gearing up for straight-out warfare, and they're going all out with it. You know, they're in this thing to the end. They're going to fight until there's nothing left, until Christ takes them out. Speaking of that, the next article I have here, it says NASA needs help to hunt city-destroying asteroids, Congress says. All right? And so it says the House Committee on Science, Space, and Technology made the call while hearing from NASA scientists and the private sector asteroid hunters during a hearing entitled Threats from Space, with both groups meeting and agreeing that something more needs to be done. And basically what they're speaking on here is building a weapon system, which I believe they already have. But they're talking about building a weapon system and aiming it in space, and they're probably even putting it in space to combat threats from space, all right? Now, they saying asteroids, but the conference itself was titled Threats from Space. So let me ask you, what are they scared of that they feel is coming out of space? It's not an alien invasion. It's the only light that will be seen in the earth according to the scriptures. They know that Christ is coming, and that's the way he's going to come from. So they've already programmed the people to expect some kind of alien invasion, programmed the military to fight against Christ, knowing that the majority of people in the military have no idea why they're even fighting the wars that they fight in. But this is what's going on. NASA is not about science and space exploration. NASA is not even NASA anymore. NASA is up under the Pentagon. The Pentagon is a military complex. You understand? That means war. So that's what NASA is for. It's for war in space. You understand? They're preparing to fight against our Lord and Savior when he comes back. So again, they're gearing up on all ends, you know. And the other thing we definitely have to keep our eye on is this thing with Iran, you know. And we definitely we speak up on this all the time, because we know that's going to be a definite game changer, not only for the United States but for the whole world. That's going to be the thing that you can't come back from, so to speak, you know. So I have an article here. This also is from Yahoo News. It says diplomats say Iran ups nuke technology. It says technicians upgrading Iran's main uranium enrichment facility have tripled their installations of high-tech machines that could be used in nuclear weapons program to more than 600 in the last 3 months, diplomats said Wednesday. So here it is. They're looking at what Iran is doing, and they're monitoring their nuclear program. You know, now even though the president of Iran, Ahmadinejad, has said that they're not developing their nuclear program in order to make weapons. That is not what this is about. He stated that, you know. But again, they don't believe that, because they know, according to prophecy, Iran is going to be the one to take out the United States. They're going to be the one to lead the charge on it, if you will, you know. And so they're looking at, well, we have to stop them from obtaining a nuclear weapon. If we can stop them from obtaining this nuclear weapon, then we can prevent prophecy. This is their mindset, you know. But again, we know with the Most High, there is no stopping prophecy. It's going to happen no matter who doesn't want it to happen, you know. And so, anyway, some of you may or may not know or remember, Joe Biden said about a month or so ago that he stated, talking about how Obama is not bluffing on Iran and that they're not going to allow them to produce a nuclear weapon. So the more and more Iran develops their nuclear program, then the closer and closer you get to the time in which the United States or Israel is going to strike Iran. And again, when they strike Iran, it's on. There's no coming back from that. You know, matter of fact, I think the Congress said the other day that they're going to back Israel in any attack that they do against Iran. You know, but again, to show you how deceived they are, I have an article here. This is the last article, and then I'm going to bring Elder Rai back in because I know he has some things he want to add as well. This is what President Ahmadinejad said the other day. All right? He says, in the title, he says, the era of atomic bombs are over. All right? He says, and I quote, he says, the era of the atomic bomb is over. Atomic bombs are no longer useful and have no effect on political equations. Atomic bombs belong to the last century, and anyone who thinks he can rule the world by atomic bombs is a political fool. This is his exact words, you know, on Monday. This is what he said. So when I read that, you know, he doesn't sound like someone who's even interested in developing a nuclear weapon. He sounds like someone who is very much confident that no matter what anybody else does, he got something that can't be stopped. And you got to understand, I think I said this last week, you know, in the scriptures, it said that the Most High put a spirit on the kings of the Medes, you know. He's giving them a weapon of his indignation, you know. So whatever this weapon is, whatever they got, you know, there's nothing America or Israel can do to stop it. And they're trying their very hardest because they think it's a nuclear weapon. But me and some other elders personally, I don't think that's what it is. I think it's something bigger and better than that, you know. And again, that's why they've been hitting Iran with all of these earthquakes recently in an effort to kind of throw off or to kind of cause a setback in their program. But again, it's not going to happen. You know, they're focusing on the wrong thing. And eventually, when they get fed up and frustrated enough and see that they can't disable or they can't deter Iran in their goals, then eventually they will attack them. And we all know how that turns out and what goes on from there. So I guess real quick, I'm going to bring in Elder Rai because I know he definitely probably has some things he want to add with that, and maybe possibly Elder Amar. If you're listening, yeah, feel free to chime in as well. So Elder Rai, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, definitely some a lot of things going on.
Hold on. Elder Rai, you coming in kind of choppy. We can't really hear you. No, still we can't make out what you're saying. It's coming in real choppy right now. Yeah, it's still choppy. I hear. I barely made out the last end of that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's the microphone or. No, we can't. I can't make out what you're saying at all. No. Let me put my mic on mute. Let me make sure it's just not me on my end. Let me see.
I hear you clearly. But I don't know what I'm coming through.
No. I think I made out you saying hear me now, but if that's what you said, then no. It's real choppy. It's real bad right now. I don't know. Maybe you can switch the mic out or unplug it, plug it back in. Let's see. Okay, I don't know. Well, let's see. Real quick, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go. I guess we're gonna play a quick song. Wait, Elder Rye, you there?
Yep. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're a little bit better now. It's a little
right.
something in the background, but yeah, you're good now. You're good.
All right, so you can hear me now.
Yeah, you're coming in good.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so what I was saying is that the thing about there's so much news right now about the Boston bombing, right?
Yeah.
And one of the reoccurring things that I'm seeing on all these different news I'm finding is these fake pictures.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the pictures that they were showing are being exposed as fake. Like there's one picture where they're pushing this guy in a wheelchair, and his leg is missing. But they say, well, it's just the thing. Why is this guy not passed out? Where is the blood trail that should be, that should be following the wheelchair that they're pushing him in? And also, if you look at it, why is his knee so far away from the rest of his body?
Hold on. Right. You breaking up again. And I've seen a little bit of background noise. I mean, it was coming in clear for a minute, but now it's starting to get choppy again.
Okay, so they're doing it again?
Yeah.
Okay, so I tell you what we can do, man. We can maybe you can put a song on and screen these calls, and then I will log out and log back in.
Okay, definitely. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, so brothers and sisters, please just hold on tight for a quick minute. I'm gonna play a quick song. Elder Rye's he's gonna log back in, and we'll be right back to finish this news segment. And definitely, if you have anything that you can add to this, please feel free to call in. The call-in number is 646-200-4309. You're listening on Blog Talk Radio with the Gathering of Christ Church.
This is for my people, the Hebrews. 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 Ain't waking up, though, ain't waking up. Ain't waking up, though, ain't waking up. Ain't waking up, though, ain't waking up. Don't see me out there, feel me, Kwame Sha'Allah said, Kwame Sha'Allah. Rise, O Israel, Kwame Sha'Allah. Praise to the Abba, we don't praise no Allah. We talk Muhammad, we don't kiss no Kaaba. Excuse my Arabic, I mean Kaaba. We don't bother no cross, we don't kiss no stone. We lost our heritage, I lost our home. No beliefs, now we die, no Christmas, man. No Mother's Day, Father's Day, Easter, man. And you can miss me with that Easter, man. So go ahead, ask your preacher, man, about the doctrine that they teaching, man. Selling they soul for the monetary gain. Feeding you lies won't tell you a thing. We don't worship no son, we don't pray to no Mary, we don't deal with the Pope. No, we just pray to a higher in the name of Yeshua. That's the way it's supposed to go. We don't eat no lobster, we don't eat no shrimp, we don't eat no crab, we don't eat no pork. Somebody say you're different in their mission is a hope word to the wise, let your feet catch go. Show body is the temple of the Holy Ghost, so deep and consecrated like you suppose. This is for my people, the Hebrews. 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 Ain't waking up, though, ain't waking up. Ain't waking up, though, ain't waking up. Ain't waking up, though, ain't waking up. Don't see me out there, feel me, To the Panamanian, the tribe of Zebulon, to the Jamaican, the tribe of Benjamin, the original pirate of the Caribbean, to the Boricua, the tribe of Ephraim, the tribe of Levi, you are the Haitian. Put down the voodoo and serve them Satan. To the Dominican, the tribe of Simeon, the Seminole Indian, the tribe of Rufan, to the Native Indian, the tribe of Gad. Cease to steal while you sail to the land. In the synagogue, a Satan showed up to the shore. You engaged in war, not your land no more. Cause a hidden land, not the land called America. Blacks in America, tribe of Judah. You start to wake the troops up. Tribe of Ash Asia, South America. To my Mexicano, the tribe is called. My Cuba down to Cuba, you're the tribe. I'm never in the all get better once we all come together. Birds of a feather showing up, fly together. Tribe enough, Charlie settle down in Hawaii. Ain't one body do, ain't one body. Ain't one body do, ain't one body. Ain't one body do, ain't one body. This is for my people, the Hebrews. 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 Ain't waking up, though, ain't waking up. Ain't waking up, though, ain't waking up. Ain't waking up, though, ain't waking up. When see me, I did feel me up. People always ask, brother, what's your religion? Are you Protestant, Methodist, Baptist? Cringe, so sorry to disappoint you. I ain't got no religion. You ain't got no religion. I ain't got no religion. Religion cause a vision that we trying to multiply. Like 25 times 25. Praise the Most High that we made it this far. Christ came down, he put it on the wood. So can't dig that, do you need a new hustle? Can't dig that, do you need a new shovel? Wake up, Jacob, it's time to go get it. Better be committed if you wanna be a minute. Better be down with it like height on the midget. Cause what Christ did is more than exquisite. Came in the flesh just a minute to the misfits. Next time he coming to make war. Are you down with him? Yeah, you better be sure. Better double check your heart, make sure that it's pure. Going through the trouble, had the strength to endure. Cause the devil was a liar and he always liar. Thinking who made the vow, shut him down with the truth. He ain't nothing but a coward. Praise to the Abba, Nawa, Shabbat, Shemayim, the Most High power, the Allah, Hayam, Yidid. This is for my people, the Hebrews. 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 Ain't waking up, though, ain't waking up. Ain't waking up, though, ain't waking up. Ain't waking up, though, ain't waking up. And to me, I did feel me up.
What's up, brother? You know the Lord loves you, right? Yeah. You know we Israel, right? We the chosen people. Yes. You believe that, brother? Yeah. After many years of hard bondage, the curse of the ancient is finally lifting off us, and Judah's rising up out they sleeping slumbers. And we standing on the corner prophesizing like the sign of Jonah, Christ is coming. Christianity, yeah, that's that new bondage. Holy people trying to serve him on a pagan Sunday. America will be destroyed before the second coming. We prophesizing on the way, man, it's Jacob's trouble. We take the scriptures, we can bust any philosopher's bubble. Break them down with these scriptures, man, with no struggle. We give it away freely, brother, yes, this is no puzzle. The Lord knows your trouble, gather with the holy brother. Children of the promise, yeah, we back. All of God's children, children of the bondage, Israel. I'm living my life for the love of Christ. Man, they said I was an African, but I'm an Israelite. I praise the Most High for sending down that holy light, for giving me peace of mind, brother, in my darkest nights. A living sacrifice, Christ command us all to be, to love your brothers, man, and pray for your enemies. Remember Calvary, what he done for you and me. He mentally and spiritually, man, he set us free. 3 days in Hades, man, we should afford to need a mic. We should be the first to share the love and show the light. I praise the Most High, cause every day I got to fight. And now I know why they hated me for his name's sake. We will rise again in Israel. Children of the promise, all of God's children, children of the bondage, Israel children. That no man deceive you, and be aware of all the evil that men do, and never bow down to idols like the Hindus. Put your faith in Yeshua, he'll deliver you. God Almighty, yes, he's all powerful. It's like that 7-day march around Jericho. Let the archers spin their bow. Yes, it's time to go back to Zion, where we once was before. Come on, children of the promise, brother. All of God's no longer do we have to abide by children of the bondage, laws that break laws. Israel children, children of the promise. All of God's
Okay. Shalom, brothers and sisters. If you can hear me, we are having some real issues over here. Right now, I am completely blind as far as the studio is concerned, and Brothers Arise having the same issue. So we have no control over the board. So I'm assuming that brothers and sisters can hear me. I don't even know if you guys can hear me or not. So,
okay, right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear
okay.
you clearly. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you. You coming in clear. I'm blind too. I can't see nothing in the studio. It ain't working. It ain't coming up at all. So I think there may be a brother who's still in the studio, Brother Sam, but I don't know if it's working for him or not, because I know it's not working for you and it's not working for me. So I guess continue on. Let me see if I can contact Sam. Maybe he can work the boards real fast. All right, and I'll be right back. All right.
Okay. So I see. Well, I don't see anything. I'm trying to see who's if anybody's in the studio. Let me see if Brother God is there. He's in the studio right quick. And once again, we do without about this. This is completely beyond our control. I'm checking right now to see if I can find out who else is in the studio. So I'm getting feedback right now. Okay, so Brother God is trying to get into the studio. So maybe he can get in and maybe he can help us control the board because it's just not working. But the one thing I was talking about before was that those pictures, they apparently a lot of these pictures have been photoshopped. And even the picture they had of the young man from the Sandy Hook shooting, it's been proven that that picture was actually photoshopped. But it has him wide-eyed, where you see all that white around his eyes. That was a Photoshop picture to make him look more menacing. So it's all been a lot of propaganda geared toward, taking guns and bringing in martial law. And please excuse me, like I said, I'm blind here. But one of the things I wanted to go into and talk about was IUDs. There's some kind of birth control they've been doing at the schools, where they're going in and they're teaching the young girls in the high schools about this birth control, and they actually perform these surgeries and these procedures on these girls in high school. So it was a sister that was telling me about it, I'm not able to get the details from her. But if anybody else knows anything about that and can call in and shed light on that, that would be great. Only problem is right now I'm not able to. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm back. We got a brother who's in, the brother Kamar. He said he can see the board on his end, so he's gonna try to work the board for us for right now. But it's still nothing over here. I can't see anything. But the brother said, I guess any calls that anybody that call in, he'll screen the calls and we'll bring them over for us. He said he can work the board, at least for right now. So that's where we at.
Okay. Brother Goddard said he was gonna try to come in as well. I don't know.
Okay.
If he's gonna be able to get through or not. But that is weird. That both our computers are doing this. Now, my computer is somewhat showing me the studio, but nothing's on the screen. It's like showing the outline of it.
Yeah.
You know the same thing?
Yeah, I got the outline bar at the top, but the rest of it ain't filled out at all. This is white.
Yeah.
I got the gray bar at the top, and everything else is white.
Man. So
all right, I just hit a refresh. I think mine came up. Okay, all right. I can see it.
Okay.
All right,
mine just popped up as well. All right, so we're back on. Thank you guys for bearing with us here. So, I was saying that they were exposing a lot of things being fake with the Sandy Hook thing. For the, the reason why he was doing all faking, like the picture they had that guy from Sandy Hook with his eyes wide white, that was Photoshopped. It's obviously a guy in a wheelchair with his legs blown off is Photoshopped. So I was saying they're doing it. It's obviously an agenda behind it, and they're doing it to implement martial law and take guns and whatnot. But then I was also going into this article, and I lost it now because I had to reboot my computer. But there's an article, and I want to say it was IUDs. They're going into the schools, to the high schools, and they're talking to the young ladies about these IUD birth control procedures they can do. And they're actually performing it on high school students. They're going in and so-called educating them on this procedure and performing it on them. And I was wondering if anybody that was listening knew anything about that, because it was a sister that was telling me about it, but I wasn't able to get in contact with her in enough time to get the details that I needed from her about it. So
wow. So this I don't mean to cut you off, but this IUD procedure, what is it exactly? Is it like a form of sterilization or what? What's going on with that?
I'm not sure. It's like they go in and they tie their tubes or put something on a clamp or something to where they can't get pregnant. It's supposed to last like 5 years or so. I'm not sure, bro. But this was tripped out, so I'll definitely get the information and bring it out next week. To the most out. But yeah, I was hoping maybe somebody listening in had some information on that and could go into that, because that was tripped out. I heard that. I said, man, I can't believe this. So I see Brother Kamar screening the call with Sister Charlotte, and we got Brother God that he's able to get in. We're gonna go to the phone line definitely right quick. Let me bring in Brother God right quick. Hey, Shalom. Brother God, you there?
Shalom, Israel. How you doing?
Shalom, brother. What's going on with you?
Not much, man. I'm just here, man, just coming in and joining in with the show, How is everyone tonight?
Yeah. We haven't
doing all right.
We haven't never before seen issues that we never had before.
What's that?
With the computer.
Hey, listen. Last night, we got kicked off the show last night about 40 minutes early before the overtime was finished. So, hey, it's no marvel. You get me? Truth coming out. Hey, we're going to get all sorts of stuff. You get me?
Yeah, I checked it out. I don't know what's going on, because here it is. My mic started acting up, and so I went to reboot, and I couldn't get back into the studio. I could get onto blogtalkradio.com, but I couldn't get into the studio.
Yeah, last night. Yeah, it did the same thing for me last night, yo. Kicked me out the studio. Kicked me out. I couldn't get on, you get me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we
were talking about going to the news about those bombs that went off in Boston, and also dealing with Iran. That's another thing I want to talk about, Brother Zarat. You talked about Iran, and you said that that Israel and America they believe that Iran has nukes or atomic weapons. You don't really think that's what it is.
Yeah, 1 second. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? I just got a message on the street. I don't know if you can see it on yours as well.
You're breaking up real bad.
The message. I see the message on the street.
Yes, it's coming in real choppy.
Okay. The message popped up.
Yeah, can you hear me?
It just popped up on mine too. I don't know. Can you still hear me? Am I coming in clear?
You're breaking up real bad.
I'm breaking up bad too.
Yeah, it's the website.
Are you for real?
I don't know if you got the message or not.
Wow, yeah, they saying it's the site. What's the odds of that?
There's a message. It pops up at the top of the screen. It says, "Here or this blog talk says hi there. We're experiencing a site-wide outage right now. I'm you are aware and I'm working for a service. I would recommend rescheduling your show for 7 p.m. or later." With you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I'm getting the same thing on my screen. A site-wide outage right now at all times.
So, I don't know. It looks like we're going to be able to continue the show.
No, not from the looks of it. Again, brothers and sisters, I don't know if y'all can hear us or not, but we're getting a message from Blogtalk Radio on the website, and it is telling us that they are experiencing a site-wide outage right now. And they said they recommend rescheduling our show for 7 p.m. or later, and they're sorry for the interruption. So that's what's going on right now. Can you hear me, Ryan? Am I still choppy?
I can pretty much make out what you're saying, but it's very, very choppy.
Yeah. And man, we got a sister with the IUD comment too. Well.
Well, I'm pressing the button and it's not responding. So I don't know if I'm still on air or not. Right. Yeah. See if he can ask him. See if he can end the show. He can hit the button that says. Really? Well, the time. Mine's still showing the time running down. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Cause this is a trip. I might need to fast and pray or something before we get on the radio. This this is crazy. I mean, we feel like first thing come up on, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, some real spiritual warfare. Because I said, man, first thing come to my mind, I said, man, I feel like, somebody praying or, doing something against us spiritually. So, no, it's just. So I don't know if we record on air or, if they recording this conversation right now. Okay, well. Okay, boom. Now I think I did.